I'm here today with Dan Luthi, partner from CPA.com Accounting, and today we're going to talk about hireability and what clients really want from their outsourced accounting firms. So Dan, can you talk about some of the components around client happiness?
No, absolutely. There's really about 4 key areas that we feel like we start with focusing on, and one is actually the initial interaction we have with the client. It's that conversation, it's the communication, it's understanding where they're coming from. It's also then goes into our discovery conversation as that second piece. The discovery conversation dives into really understanding what the client wants, listening to what their needs are, where their organization goes, and really what they're trying to accomplish with their business. And then we follow up with communication and really diving into understanding how this relationship is going to develop, understanding and listening to what it is that they want. And then it's the service that follows up after that as a part of that relationship. Those first 3 steps, really, really critical to setting the right groundwork for that solid relationship.
We all know that trust is the foundation for not just CAS services and having those relationships with clients, but any service that you would offer there. Can you elaborate on why trust and also some of these other growth areas are so important between the relationships with you, your staff, and your clients?
Trust is critical. I mean, we are dealing with our clients' money, and so it's one of those things where, and honestly, most of their livelihood. And so understanding where it's going, understanding where they feel confident with our steps and processes that we're creating is super critical to the relationship overall. And so part of that also comes in building that trust based on the confidence we have in the services we offer, being a specialist in certain areas, being able to provide high value based off those conversations, but also really about making sure that the customer feels good about the direction and in the services you're providing to them. And so it really drives down into that center core relationship of making sure they're getting deliverables, they're getting value proposition, and really making sure the client has a really sound product at the end.
We all know that a happy client is a sticky client, and sticky clients are really important to firms, especially when you're talking about your longevity and scaling and growth, but also in retaining new clients, because a lot of times you get your referrals from word of mouth, and
100%.
Knowing that folks have been around for a long time always pays off. So can you talk about some of those operational elements of Ignite Spot that really provide that top-notch client experience?
Definitely it starts with reoccurring interactions. That is probably one of the most important parts of what we do, is making sure that the client sees and feels and connects with us on a regular basis. That means that we're having conversations about what it is that they're looking for. We're having conversations about where their finances stand every single week or every other week, depending on the cadence we have. And with that, it transitions to your comment about referrals, it transitions into a really great value add in that space because those clients trust you. They believe in the product that you're bringing to them. And it also makes them happy based off of the content because they're now telling their friends about that piece. And so you're ending up with a more developed relationship that is just beyond the transaction, which helps you to actually to be a part of their life and be a part of their world. And then you become part of their friends' worlds and their friends' businesses because the relationship continues to evolve from there.
So we've talked about happiness, we've talked about trust, we've talked about really laying the foundation and some of those services you can provide, but there's also the technology element of it, of not just the maybe customer experience or client experience that you're giving, but how things operate on the back end. So can you expand on just why automation is so important and how that leads to your firm being highly hireable?
Yeah, definitely. The automation creates an opportunity for you to create not only efficiencies, but value proposition for the client. Human time in a lot of cases really just takes up a lot, and you aren't able to really provide high level value services in that space because you're oftentimes so far behind where the client is in their business decisions. And so implementing technology as a part of your relationship and communication process really allows you to speed up the value proposition. It allows you to get rid of some of those finite, menial tasks that are going through, but also allows you to be able to integrate other people in their organization to be able to drive better information faster to the client. And so technology is a crucial step in making a hand-in-hand relationship with the customer and making sure that they really truly feel the value from you.
One of the ways that we find is really supportive is through partner programs, specifically the Bill Partner Program. And this was set up to really deliver an integrated financial operations platform so that we can automate tasks through firms, but then also provide that great client experience and firm support. So I would love to hear from you. How has the Bill Accountant Partner Program supported you at Ignite Spot, and then also really contributed to that client experience and being hireable.
Yeah, definitely. So we've had a really long-standing relationship with Bill, which has been fantastic. We've been a partner with them for over 10 years, which has been awesome. They're really focused on making sure that we not only have a good user experience, but also our customers do. And so whether it's with their support or whether it's us asking for a request or a change in the product or development from that perspective, they're listening and they're trying to understand what it is that we need and making sure we both have a great experience in that space. And so being a part of the advisory council also gives us opportunity to be able to hear about not only the product roadmap, but also be able to give feedback to where the product has been up to this point in time, which allows us to actually align on the core value at the end, which is all of us are receiving the appropriate benefit and our customers are satisfied with the service we're providing.
Well, thank you, Dan, for joining today and for always sharing your knowledge and insights with our profession and the CAS community. If you are looking for more information, please visit CPA.com/Bill. And if you would like to learn more about Dan and Ignite Spot Accounting, we welcome you to connect with him on LinkedIn as well. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.